Peter Pan, that's what they call me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle.
I'm Josh.
And we're Americans that live here in the UK. It has been requested. Josh is going to tell you 10 things that he loves about the UK today.
Oh yeah. These were easy, by the way, all you haters out there in this world. There's a lot of things that are bad that overshadow the good, and y'all gotta remember, when we first moved here, it was just a stepping stone and a different culture and everything. So a lot of differences, a lot of bad. That was what was easy to talk about. So, my first thing that I knew as soon as I moved over here, or before that, is I knew there was vehicles. Supras, Toyota Supras, imports, exporting out of the UK is super simple, or easier, one of the easier countries to get vehicles in and out of and other goods. I was definitely going to capitalize on this, especially for my dream vehicles, being a GTR and a Supra, older models in the 90s. I just capitalized on it and I found out all the legal documents for the UK, everything about it, as much as I could, so I could get this bad boy back to the States. Ended up getting 3 of those bad boys and all the paperwork done in the UK so I could transfer it over to the US. So my number 1, legal importing and exporting of JDM cars in the UK is awesome. I am very impressed that they even allow that over here. Not that a lot of people will even buy them because the gas is so expensive over here, so there's plenty of them, or they're looking to get rid of them. Right now, the cost of those bad boys has inflated so much because the US market has opened up. But when I bought my cars, they were super cheap. So now I'm able to buy those cars. I bought my dream cars and I'm shipping them back. So the importing and exporting over here for vehicles, it's not like the States. States is very hard. It has to be a 25-year-old car to get back over to the States. Here, you can bring whatever car back as long as it meets the emissions or the MOT testing. A second thing, and this is my top second favorite thing about it, was the school system for our kids. I will give it is better than the US standard. My little dude is literally what would be our kindergarten, which is his primary school, his first year? Is that what it, that's a good,
yeah,
so their kindergarten, year one is their kindergarten. They are doing 1st and 2nd grade math and stuff in that class, so by far ahead of what the US is doing. Or, I don't know anymore. It's been a while since our kids have been in that low of a grade, so I just remember coloring butterflies and stuff and crayon markings on walls and everything and destroying the teacher's stuff and putting like little pasted notes together and stuff like that. Just arts and crafts, not really math, reading and all that until like 1st or 2nd grade. He's in kindergarten equivalent and he's already doing all that. And spelling tests and all that stuff. So by far ahead.
Yes. As
far as I know right now. So school system was awesome. Plus they're very secure. They're very small. They're not like the States. We have very large schools and stuff. Even our private schools are like y'all's big schools. And we like y'all's schools because the teachers can be more one-on-one with the students, which is super nice.
Yes, but stateside you would almost have to, like he was saying, you would have to pay a private cost to actually get to go to that small of a school.
It's very expensive.
Yes, to have that much one-on-one time. And in your private schools is where you get the locked gates. Where you get the special care, but here it's just your public schools. You get to do that. And the other great thing about the school system is it doesn't matter where you live, you can kind of pick it in your local area. And stateside you can't do that. I really struggled with that at first because I thought, well, Christian will have to go to a certain school, but they're like, no, he can go to the whole area. And I was like, wow, because stateside,
as long as they pick them up, that's one thing. The schools here, some of them are hard to get into.
Yeah. So as long as you apply and you get in, you're able to go to whatever school you want to in that surrounding area. Stateside is pretty much your school belongs to your district of your zip code. So I thought that was nice. I also love the uniforms. I know this is Dad's 10 things, but let me just chime in a little bit. Love the uniforms and that everybody kind of matches. So everybody feels as one on clothing and nobody's left out.
Plus the clothing. Uniforms, I wasn't very much against it when I was in school. But now that I'm a parent, I'm like, why not put them all in the same uniform? Because then you can't tell in between who has money and who doesn't have money. And that is something that even kids today get picked on for. So back in the States, somebody will make fun of you just because your sneakers and everything. Well, if it's mandatory to wear everything that the other kids are wearing, then the poor kids are going to have it too. So there's no picking on it one way or the other. It's just very simple, one dress code, and it's nice. I would never have thought that until I came over here. Now, that's probably something that should be adopted back in the States, to be honest.
Yes.
Nobody's better than anybody else. You couldn't tell or anything like that. So it's super nice.
Yes.
So we like that. Travel. Central Hub, UK. We can pinpoint out of here and go to other European countries, and it's super nice. Wife's loved it. I've loved it. It's just one of the greatest things. The other thing that my wife laughed at me when I said this was fresh food. I love going to Sainsbury's and getting mango slices and stuff like that. Back in the States, you're buying the whole mango and everything. It's fresh. It's got all the preservatives, even the UK has pesticides and everything, but the US probably has a lot more. I'm not quite sure, but something about the fruit and everything over here is super, super fresh, and I like it. And it's sometimes cheaper, and I just like them. And it's easy to go for lunch. I'll go to Sainsbury's and grab like a little bag of mango and eat it. It's awesome.
I kind of laughed. I mean, it does make sense, but when you were first naming the list, you were just like, yep, food or fresh food. And I was like, what? Where are you going with that? But
yeah.
No, it's definitely, that is good.
Cathedrals, or the churches over here. If you couldn't tell, my family's religious. We're Christian. And one of the places that we go is super nice. One of the cathedrals. And I just like being in that type of environment. For some reason, it is different. It just is old. I feel like we were sitting somewhere back in time, and it's super nice. The church has been built way before anything, and it's just being maintained, and it's super nice. I don't know, man. It's just super nice. The cathedrals out here are nice, and so are the pastors and preachers. My fourth favorite is, or is that fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're on 6. People. Okay. Mm-hmm. The people around where we're at, their older generation, they're very genuine. It's not fake. If you go back to the States, some people don't even, it's like if you corner somebody or touch somebody, they're like little cockroaches. They scatter to the wind and everything. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just try to have a conversation with you. My wife, she'll carry on a conversation for hours. These people, the Brits around us, they allow that.
They tolerate me, guys.
Yeah, so they're super nice and everything. They love our little family. They've always called my wife Hollywood around there. A bunch of the pubs and everything, they call her Hollywood, which I thought was hilarious, and I adopted it. They love our little family when we come in there, and they like to joke around and kid with us, especially after the tea video.
And honestly, guys, the smiles here are real smiles, and someone someone smiles at you that they genuinely want conversation with you. I think in the States we just kind of do that as something to be polite, and it's not really, hey, come talk to me, or don't acknowledge me, just smile at me and keep going.
It's an awkward smile.
Yeah.
Back to me.
Yes, okay.
Cold weather. I like cold weather because I sweat, and I like to dress up. I do like to get in suits and stuff and go out, and I like to be fully dressed, and I love to wear pants. Even in the summertime back in Florida, I had jean pants on and everything, and my wife thought I was crazy. Everybody else would have shorts on or a bathing suit and everything, and I was running around in like nice dress shoes and pants.
When he should have shorts and flip-flops on.
Yeah, so I've always liked to dress a little bit nicer, except inside my house. As you see, I like to work on my car and stuff, so I get in a t-shirt and sometimes shorts or pants. But other than that, when I go out, it's always pants and nice shoes and then a decent shirt. I like the cold weather because it allows me to do that. And y'all have plenty of cold weather over here, guys.
See, guys, never will you go into a video and 10 things that you love, somebody choose UK weather. Not
I
even
didn't say
this
the UK
girl.
weather. I can choose cold weather. I don't like that rain stuff or whatever, and it's much dark. It can be cold out, but it needs to have sunshine. Not having light is a big thing. I have a vitamin D deficiency. So I struggle a little bit with the no sunshine. I didn't say that. I said cold weather.
Okay, got it.
Strong culture. Tell you what, in the States, it's getting a little bit, the culture is definitely changing everywhere around the world and everything, but it doesn't matter what it is over here. The culture has always been strong, even to the T. Y'all stick beside it. It can be good and that can be bad. But it's all united which is super nice. That is, the strong culture is impressive. Not saying that it's always right, but it's nice to see that everybody gets on the same page and collaborates together. It's different. I don't see that a lot, and it's nice.
Did you get through your 10?
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vehicle emissions and everything. I don't know where I was going with that one. I think it's easier to get a car through over here than anywhere else. The states are very hard to get cars approved to do certain things or pass emissions. And here it's very easy. As long as there's not a lot of smog and stuff, they'll pass all the certifications and stuff. Back in the States, you might have to change out a lot of pieces just to get them to pass in North Carolina and South Carolina. Over here, more lenient on cars. I love that. I guess you could tie that into import and export, but really your cars over here are awesome. The vehicle emissions program and everything, your diesel vehicles and how much miles per gallon you get and everything, can't beat that. They're like, not insult nobody, but like little toy cars or whatever, because they're small, they can be parked in little bitty tiny spaces and everything, and they're good on gas mileage and everything. You bring one of our mobile homes over here on wheels and you can't park that thing anywhere. It's just, the emissions, the cars over here, they're awesome, gas mileage and everything. That's very impressive, and we can't get away with that stuff back in the States because there's a lot of laws with that. So y'all can have, even our large vehicles can come over here and just cost us an arm and a leg to fill them up, but we can still have them if we want them. We can't have half these cars over back in the States, not legally, unless they're 25 years old for EPA and DOT. Well, one of them's 20, one's 25 for the US standards to get them back to the States. History. Y'all have a very historical foundation, and it also ties into your strong culture, and you keep it alive 24/7. There's nobody that's trying to fight it. Everybody keeps it alive, and it's remembered here, and it's also instilled into the younger generation, whether they accept it or not. It's just nice to see it. Even I get a large dose of it, and we get to see that side of your country, or all of the country. My wife takes us everywhere, so we get to see all different kinds, and it's awesome. I think that's my 10, right?
I think so. Maybe
1, 2,
11.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that's it, man.
Yeah?
So there are things we do like. But you gotta remember that last video was the difference from us moving here and everything from the US to the UK, and it was like the first 10 things that we came up with.
I haven't researched on Google a bunch of answers between Great Britain and America to give you certain things that you're asking for or that you want me to tailor my content to, because honestly, like I introduced our videos, we're Americans that live here. So like one of the arguments was that we didn't have a 600-pound energy bill, and that's fine, guys, you can argue that, but we lived here. We did experience that. It might have been
my bank account experience.
It might have been outrageous. And another YouTuber that is just sitting at home and they're Googling and telling you different content because they live in a different country and they're telling you about that, Great Britain versus America, they could have told you it was 100 pounds because that's probably what Google says.
That's what you want to hear, man.
It is, and
I'm sorry.
But we live here. So we've experienced the 600-pound, and I know that's not common for the UK, but it happened to us. So we do like to tell you real stuff that's happened to us. I think that's the fun part of us living here and just getting to compare it. And guys, hopefully you don't ever take offense to it. We just try to be honest YouTubers. Just trying to give you real content, honest content, and I'm a very bubbly person. He's more a straightforward person, if you hadn't already picked up on that in the videos. And we don't usually say, okay, put your smile on to go into the video. I'm usually just gonna sit here and smile anyways, because that's just who I am. But guys, we do definitely try to be honest YouTubers with you. And hopefully you continue to follow us, because I promise you, there's no telling what I'm gonna do next. And we like to have fun here. We love to give you the information as Americans living in the UK, but sometimes there are real facts that we give you guys. So we are going to end this video here. Hopefully you liked it, and just stay tuned to see what we'll do next. Bye!